Today on Glenn's Speed Shop, we build a burner for a Foundry furnace. Good day, YouTube. It's like the 3rd of December, 2020. And me and Autumn are out at the barn today because it's mommy work at home day. And we have 3 little ones. And Autumn is the youngest but the biggest. And she comes out here with Dad when we have mommy at home at work day. So I have to do something that is not sparks and welding and so forth. And what I've decided to do today was to build a burner for a Foundry furnace that I don't have yet. So that's a future project, to build the furnace. I thought, well, let's today build the burner. So let's go over real quick. This is a combination of many videos on YouTube of other folks building burners, and so I appreciate all of their videos because I think I watched most of them from about 4 till 6 o'clock this morning. Figure out how I was going to do it as I was trying to figure out how I was going to spend my day. So we can go through the parts real quick. Got an 8-inch, 3/4 inch black pipe nipple. Easy to get. All this was at Home Depot. We got the this is a 1-inch to 3/4 bell reducer. I have an 1.25 to 1 inch bell reducer because they didn't have an 1.25 to 3/4. So I ended up getting another fitting. I had to spend more money to get another fitting to get me from 1 inch to 3/4, which will go into here, which will go into here. So I have one more fitting added to the list because Home Depot don't stock everything. I didn't need a 1/4 inch nipple that was quite 4 inches long, but it is the shortest one they had that would do the job. They were out of 2-inch and 3-inch. So 1/4 inch brass by 4 nipple. Got a 1/4 inch ball valve. Just your basic ball valve. Got a 1/4 inch coupling, threaded coupling with hex, and a square 1/4 inch pipe plug, brass. This is going to be our jet, and we're going to drill a number 57 hole in that. So if you're a Harbor Freight shopper, they have this numbered bit set. It's pretty well. It's very complete. Numbered bit set, like for a tap or so forth. The number 57, which I have out of here right now, is the 4th smallest bit in the organizer. So it's a very small bit. I actually checked it up in the drill press in effort to drill this plug without breaking the bit, because it is very small. And although you can buy drill bit kits on sale at Harbor Freight, they're regular inch drill bits for $10, especially this time of year. I can't remember what the numbered bit set is. I'm sure I bought them on sale. I've got a couple sets. But the trick now is to drill this, and to do that you can drill it right down through the center. I hope you can see it okay. But it is tapered, like this was drilled with a drill bit, so it already has a center in it. So I was thinking move it over on the drill press and drill it from this side with the number 57 bit. Let's give it a shot. Alright, we're over here at the drill press. I'll get it clamped in the vise here. Make sure it's nice and straight so the orifice we create is square. I turned the light on my drill press, but it doesn't play well with the camera, so let's get her down in there. Alright. See if we can drill it without breaking anything. I'm gonna hit a little thread cutting oil in it. Well, that's something. I don't know if it broke or if it slid up the light. It was not drilling. Yeah, it broke. Well, it was not drilling where the nickel. Did I brag on these Harbor Freight bits at all? We're going to try and drill it with the broken bit. We're just going to extend it out a little bit. I kept it as short as I dared. It is brass, wasn't even steel. Make sure it's running true. We're going to try it with a broken bit. I don't know if it's drilling yet. Well, I'll do this off camera. So I'm not having the best time here drilling that jet. So what I've ended up doing was going to a bigger bit, like a 3/16. So we're going to drill most of the way through and then stop. So I've set my stop on my drill press just short of going through the other side. And then we'll drill the orifice. Must be just a hard spot in this piece of brass or something, because I broke one bit 3 times, one bit twice, and a third bit again. So I got just bits everywhere. So new tactic, or I gotta go get a different plug. Let's try this. I've been drilling on it a little bit. I think it'd be fun. Alright, let me change bits. Okay, I put a one size smaller bit because I already broke the one size bigger. So it's one size smaller. If it goes through, I can go get the correct bit out of my other kit. Alright. Let's see what happens here. There's not much to go. Hopefully I've drilled through the bad spot. Try to be gentle, at least at first, then I get frustrated and put some pressure on it and it just breaks. I don't really think it was the Harbor Freight bits, by the way, because I the last bit I used and broke. It was a much larger, different brand. Same result. This is brass, for crying out loud. Ooh. What the world? I bent that bit now. Was it drilling? A little bit of dust. Dang it, what's it gonna take to get a hole in this thing? Alright, I'm gonna fiddle. Well, this is the dangest thing I ever seen. I'm getting bigger and bigger bits, brand new bits, and I cannot make headway on this. So I'm going to Lowe's, different store, and get another one. See if we can't drill a hole in it. I'll be back. Well, what I thought was going to be like a 1 hour project to put this whole thing together has turned into half a day just to get a hole in this thing. So I went and got another plug. This one's way different and it's not already hollow. So I'm drilling down with it, and it is drilling. I don't think I hit center dead on, but I'm close. So let's drill down. I've got my stop set so I don't go all the way through, and then we'll go through with the correct size bit once we get this one done. And this is the way I thought the other one would drill. I don't know what that thing is made of. Brass? I don't think so. I went through like 7 bits. New ones. And this one's drilling like brass ought to drill. We're up against the stop now. Just getting her cleaned out. Sorry, I had the light on. Let me go get a bit out of my other set. We'll finish drilling. Okay, wish me luck. It's my last number 57 bit. Drill, baby. Oop, I'm on my stop. Hang on. Feels good. I think that was it. Hey, we got a hole. Unbelievable. What'd that take? 10 minutes? No, like half a day. It's already 1 o'clock. Okay, we have a hole. We have a jet. Number 57's even the right size. Okay. Alright, we got everything unpackaged. Kind of set out here, ready to go. I had to take a little break, go fix my car. The window broke. The regulator broke in my Geo tracker. I had to order a new one, got the old one taken out. And now we're back on this thing. I took this over to the drill press and drilled 4 holes in it all the way around. So 2 of them are right up here on this here. I took this over to the grinder and just kind of ground a flat spot to make drilling easier. I drilled a small hole in it first, and then drilled, you know, the one on each side 180 degrees apart. And then we went back a little bit, drilled 2 more. That's so that it'll keep the burner kind of centered. So I need to drill these and tap them for 1/4 20. That would be a number 7 drill bit. And this is just a little tip. We've been doing this since I was a kid. Yeah, I have my bits in sets and I have my taps in sets, but a lot of times it's nice to have, you know, your 3/8 and your 1/4 inch, 1/4 20 taps in singles, and I just tape them to the number 7 bits. So you can just grab them up and you've got your bit and your tap all-in-one apparatus, if you will, all-in-one package, and take it and go. Okay. So these should drill pretty easy now that we've got a pilot hole. And they should tap pretty easy. Cast iron tends to tap pretty easy. Alright. Rotate. Anybody ever read the safety warnings with your cordless drill, and it says to remove the battery before you change the bit? Yeah. It really says that. One more. Our vise should be a little tighter than that. Didn't have that bit very tight now, did we? Throw some bolts in there. Luckily I had some stove bolts. Stove bolt is threaded all the way to the head. I think they call them something different now. We should just call them stove bolts. Cool. Once you've got the burner set, should never have to fiddle with these again anyway. But there we go. Alright, let's back you up here a little. So, all this iron pipe, you know, it doesn't have any pressurized gas in it. It's just like an air plenum or something, if you will. So we don't need to pipe it or nothing. So let's chuck up the 8-inch nipple nice and tight. We don't scratch it. Now these are galvanized fittings, so if they're going to get hot, you're going to want to maybe remove the galvanized. You wire brush it off. You can heat it, wire brush it off, but don't breathe this stuff. It's way not good for you. That's probably tight enough. On the other hand, anything you're burning with this torch, you don't want to breathe it either. So this is a reducer I had to buy because I couldn't get a 3/4 inch reducer in one fitting. Cost me an extra $5. So did getting this extra long 1/4 inch nipple. Cost me an extra $5. So, oh yeah, I was gonna tell you what all this cost. So we're in this thing, $48. Let me kill this light. Not sure how well that shows up, but we're in at $48. We could have been in at $38 if I could have got those a shorter nipple and not had to buy this other reducer. But I wasn't willing to run all over town for it. That's probably pretty good. Alright. There's that. Now then, we just will put this thing together. Now, this tape, you got to use the gas-rated Teflon tape here. Which this is. I don't know if it's always yellow or not, but it's not the 97-cent stuff, it's the $3 stuff. But let's not have any gas leaks, right? So, and always put it on in the direction of your threads. Good for the moment. We got our plug that we actually got the hole in. Okay. See if we can get her taped up. Okay. This is the nozzle. Get it all together and we'll do a little better job there. So here's the valve. Let's get that taped up. We don't get anything in there. We don't want to clog up that number 57 nozzle. Looking for an arrow. Not sure that there is one or if it cares. Not a plumber. Guessing it doesn't matter. Let's go this way. Now, the videos that I've watched on folks that are running furnaces, I've seen all kinds of regulator uses. I mean, everybody's running something different. One guy's running, a couple of them are running Harbor Freight regulators. A couple of them are running like a Harbor Freight weed burner, the part that goes to the propane tank anyway. But the best ones I've seen are Actually adjustable with a gauge. So I ordered on Amazon for $25 in that neighborhood anyway. A adjustable 0 to 30 automastati. Thank you. With a gauge. Nah, it's probably more than that. It's probably $28, $29. Can't remember. It's been a couple hours ago. But I just ordered that this morning, so it won't be here for a week. So this is about as far as we're going to be able to get this today. Yep. Put my gloves on. And then we'll wait for the regulator to arrive. It's got a 4 or 5 foot piece of hose on it, I think. And then we'll do a test on it. I have one of those Harbor Freight weed burners somewhere, or my wife borrowed it, took it to the house. But I can't put my hands on it today, or we could maybe test with that. But in a week or so, sometime next week, the adjustable one will be here. And that, I think it allows you to run a little less heat if you're doing easy to melt items. We can do a little test on this, make sure nothing's leaking, but that's pretty tight. Alright, now then, we can stick our orifice burner into our air tube, okay, and run these bolts down. Might be a little far. Let me grab a 7/16 wrench. Okay, got a wrench. We'll do the best to center this thing as we can. Pretty good. I might recommend, I got one of these bolts a little crooked even though I did it on the drill press, at least the pilot holes. Maybe I should have went ahead and drilled them on the drill press because that one got crooked. So there's a tip for next time. Go ahead, drill your number 7 holes on the drill press. Alright, so I guess we're waiting now for my regulator. Unless I find something I can use, we'll be back in a week for you, just a second or two, and we'll test out the burner. Right on. Just destroyed my hand. Alright, and then we'll, one of these days, build the furnace. I might go out to the salvage yard and look around a little bit. See what they have for a vessel of some kind. They always got stuff out there. My favorite place to tromp around. I'm like a regular out there. Well, there we go, guys. We'll check back with you when I have more to show you. I did some hunting and I actually found my Harbor Freight weed burner. Really just using it as an example. How it was basically the same as what we built here, just a little bit different, I guess. But I couldn't remember what it did for an attachment to the tank, and it's just simply a hose. And then it's just simply a valve and a give it all the juice kind of valve, and a sparker and then a burner at the end. So I think we're safe to do a test on this burner. Without the regulator, because like I said earlier, it's going to be a week or so before we get it. So I unhooked my heater from my propane tank I got in the room here and hooked it up. So let's test fire it. A little scary first time, I suppose, and just see if it works. We can wrap this video up and post it. And I've been watching videos on how to build a furnace and deciding what I'm going to build. So I might go out to the salvage yard and look around for a vessel, a tank, a big something with a lid or something, and we'll figure out what that looks like later. So with that, clear all the flammables out of the way. Like all those paint cans on the back wall aren't flammable. Alright, clamp it. Tighten the vise. Gas on. Gas on. Okay, scary first time, right? Oh yeah. So I got a little straightening to do with the nozzle, I see. Shut this off. That ought to heat the shop up real quick. Woohoo! Well, I think it's a successful burner. I'm sorry I don't have anything to melt right now. That's coming. I don't even have a lot of like scrap aluminum around here, but once you get the ability to melt it, then you can start, picking this stuff up. And I'm thinking old, busted Briggs and Stratton engines and stuff like that. Just bust them up and melt them down. That kind of thing. So, I think we have completed the burner. We're halfway there to the melting furnace. Right on. Appreciate all the other folks on YouTube that did the design. And, the culmination of all of those designs that I built this one. And all I got to do is maybe a little bit adjusting on the flame. It was just a little bit going off that way. So tiny little adjustment going the other way would be cool. All right, gang. Thanks for watching, commenting, subscribing if you haven't. Please hit the thumbs up on your way out. Help me grow this channel. We've been struggling for years. Thanks. We'll catch you next one.